Convocation has entered the hall. I request all to please stand. नमस्कार देवियों सज्जनों, भारतीय अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान तिरुवनंतपुरम के 10वीं दीक्षांत समारोह में आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत है। इस भव्य समारोह का शुभारंभ हम ईश वंदना के साथ करेंगे। Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 10th Convocation of Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Tiruvananthapuram. To begin this auspicious occasion, I invite Ms. Arya, dual degree student of IIST, for invocation.
സർവജഗത്തും നിറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നൊരാ സർവചരാചര ചൈതന്യമേ, നിത്യവുമെൻ മനതാരിൽ വിളങ്ങുവാൻ നിത്യനിരാമയ കൈതൊഴുന്നേ, നിത്യനിരാമയ കൈതൊഴുന്നേ. സർവജഗത്തും നിറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നൊരാ സർവചരാചര ചൈതന്യമേ.
अब मैं डीन शाइशिकी से अनुरोध करती हूँ कि आप कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएं. मैं now request the Dean Academies to take over the proceedings.
I request Honorable Chancellor of IIST to declare the 10th Convocation of IIST open.
I declare the 10th Convocation of IIST open.
Director IIST will now deliver the welcome address and present the report on IIST for the year 2021-2022.
A very good morning to one and all. Most respected Dr. B.N. Suresh, our Honorable Chancellor as well as the founding director of this institute, Sri Somnath, President of the governing body of IIST, as well as Secretary, Department of Space, Chairman, Space Commission, Sri G. Madhavan Nair, former Secretary, Department of Space, Chairman ISRO, and the creator of this IIST, and he is the chief guest for today's convocation. All members of IIST Board of Management, Dr. V. Narayanan, today's guest of honor, Director, Liquid Propulsion System Center, all the esteemed directors of ISRO centers, former directors, distinguished guests, faculty members, officers and staff of IIST, invitees from the media, and most importantly, today, graduates and their proud parents, as well as family members. I wish all of you a perfect morning. I'm very much pleased to present before you the 10th convocation of the I'm very much pleased to welcome you all to the 10th convocation of our prestigious institute, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. So it's a momentous occasion. So it's time that we wish our new batch of passing out graduates the best in life, in professional as well as personal life. On behalf of the entire IIST fraternity, DOS fraternity, I offer my heartiest congratulations to all of you for your hard-earned degree and all the very best to you are in your life and career. I'm equally privileged to submit on this 10th Convocation Day. This is our crystal anniversary year of Institute. We have completed 15 years of its existence. So I'm with privileged to submit this report because before this August audience. Our notable achievements since our last convocation, we all know that there was a phase of COVID, so we could not have the convocation in personal mode or in offline mode. So what are the goals we had set and the new targets? A detailed report is circulated. Not to save time, I am only touching a part of it. You can go through the report to get more details about the activities. Today, we are extremely happy to have Sri G. Madhavan Nair, former Secretary DOS, Chairman ISRO, who is the founding person of our institute, as the chief guest for the 10th convocation. As you know, he joined TERLS, or the Tumba Equatorial Rocket Launching Stations, in 1967, and has held many positions, many illustrious positions in ISRO DOS till he became the chairman of or secretary DOS. And his tenure was very, very exciting. There were many, many programs. 25 successful missions were accomplished during that tenure and many new projects, including the human space flight or space capsule recovery experiment or reusable launch vehicle. In fact, a new vision was given to ISRO during his tenure, and finally our flag, national flag, was taken to moon through the Chandrayaan-1 mission. So his focus has made outstanding contribution to Indian space program, and we are all lucky to have the galaxy of stars along with Madhavan Nair on the stage to address you on this important day in your life. So I request all of you to give a thunderous applause to welcome our guest of honor, Sri Madhavan Nair. Welcome you, sir. I wish to record our gratitude to Sri Somnath, Chairman ISRO and Secretary DOS, who is also President of IIST governing body, for his presence today. In fact, he is traveling a lot across the length and breadth of the country, but when we said convocation, he readily agreed, and he is here. Sir, during your short stint in IIST as director, concurrently with the VSSE, you have set really new standards and academic benchmarks, thereby transforming the education and research landscape of IIST. So we are very glad for that. As we progress to the 16th year, I also take this opportunity to thank, on behalf of the entire IIST Department of Space, for the continued support to different programs and infrastructure development of IIST since its beginning. I'm glad to mention that various infrastructures, such as the Space Technology Innovation and Incubation Center, STIC, IIST Health Center, Students Activity Indoor Badminton and Squash Courts, and so many facilities were inaugurated by Sri Somnath as Secretary DOS. Sir, we all are very glad to welcome you to this function. I acknowledge all the support extended by Dr. V. Narayanan, Director LPSC, for the 10th convocation. In fact, we are neighbors. Neighbors usually don't keep a good relationship, but he has proved it wrong. And his facilities are always open to us, and we don't require a special permission. In fact, our chairman was figuratively telling that the gate is open between IIST and LPSC, thereby we are showing physically as well as emotionally that these two organizations are well connected. And on behalf of all of you, Dr. Narayanan, I welcome you to this function. I express my deep gratitude towards Dr. Sam Dayaladev, former Director of IIST and Director of IISc, for implementing several measures to boost the research and academic activities during his tenure as Director of this institute. And he was instrumental in realizing the Inspire SAT mission. You know that during that time only it was launched with the PSLV C52 mission. And I also welcome Dr. Sri Dattan is there, Dr. Adimurthy, and former Dr. Nainan. I can see all staff, students, and proud parents to this convocation function. So the year 2021-22 was excellent. We have put in every effort and engaged all its resources to ensure that the teacher learning or the teaching learning process is warm, and then there is flow of knowledge from flow of process, that is the flow of knowledge from one side to the other side. I just want to go back. I forgot to mention the name of our Honorable Chancellor, though I mentioned initially. Sir, you are part of us. That is why we forget you in between. I'm sorry for that. And you know that he is really, though he is in Bangalore, his presence is here always. He is equally available through WhatsApp or phone. Any suggestion, he will immediately report, and he is equally concerned about all of you. He will ask. Even he knows the minutest details of the institute as the founding director. So let us welcome our Chancellor to this function. Of course, the year was really, we had the after effect of pandemic, but still the teaching process as well as the learning process was very, very cordial and very productive. So I'm very happy to share my deep sense of satisfaction with the timely completion of the academic calendar, thanks to the efforts put in by the faculty as well as the students, and we could complete all the programs as per the calendar year. Today in the 10th convocation, 271 students they have graduated, and we are giving away the degrees. And that includes BTech, 112 BTech students, out of them 51 in aerospace and 61 in electronics and communication. And 104 students are receiving their MTech degree, with 20 students from the 4th batch of our dual degree program, and 35 PhD students will be receiving their degrees today. And it is equally important that 3 students who are receiving their doctoral degrees have jointly carried out research with IIST and NARL. That was initiated as part of, we had an MOU with NARL. So we wanted to continue this process of having more PhDs from ISRO centers, thereby we can widen the scope of research. After degrees, today, after the convocation, with today's convocation, the total degrees awarded by the institute is touching 1,577 BTech. So much of, the human resources, trained human resources have been inducted into the society. 86 dual degrees, 687 MTech, and 137 PhD degrees at the end of 15, or when you are celebrating the crystal anniversary. And a total of 1,234 graduates from the institute have joined ISRO so far, and they are doing extremely well, because I know I was director of HSSC and later at VSSC. The efforts as well as the grasping capability and the dedication of the students that are coming, and then the graduates that are joining from IIST is second to none, and I have experienced myself. So I am sure you also will add more glory to that tradition. And all this is possible with the faculty members we have. We have 99 faculty members, just one short of a century. And I would say they are the finest among in our country. And they are recognized not only nationally as well as internationally for their original research, teaching and learning quality in terms of the publication and in terms of the books they are publishing. And we have one of the excellent student to faculty ratio, far better than what is prescribed by the IIST. We have 1:10. And the tradition of recruiting talented faculty in cutting-edge research areas, we continue. And then the new recruitment process also initiated. I am sure those who are going to join also will be adding more glory to the institute. So there are many progress in research, space technology and research as well as collaboration. As I was telling, the INSPIRE satellite was a great occasion in 2022 when PSLV C-52 took the dream of the students from IIST to sky, and more such satellites they are making, like the Ares, the hardware is getting ready. And we have a advanced space research group headed by Dr. Ayyappan. They are doing outstanding work in terms of coordinating the activities among ISRO centers. We know that ISRO centers have great talent, expertise, and you are all novice. So unless you bridge properly between these two, then there is flow of knowledge from those centers to this. And there are many MOUs. We have signed even recently with VSSC. We have inked 8 MOUs and more are in the offing. So as of June 2021, 20 projects are approved with VSSC, LPSC, IASU and HSFC. And I understand under HSFC there are some of the sensors, special sensors, as well as research in bioastronautics area. That is something which we wanted to initiate. These activities have been nucleated. Probably one day such areas will become another department or whatnot, we know. And it is not that we have internal projects. We have a significant external project, especially funded by DST, Department of Biotechnology, ICSSR, DRDO, and in fact Max Planck Institute for Radio Astronomy, and many ministries, so many. And there are, the institute, we know that to survive we need innovation. That is how the students as well as faculty decided to have a hybrid rocket experimentation. You recall, we had one mission of sounding rocket, and the hybrid rocket experiment is also going on. Definitely with the support from ISRO, we will be able to design, develop and launch it. And unless we collaborate nationally as well as internationally to avoid duplication and to get more information, that we have been striving to build a strong research foundation, which the impressive statistics can show in terms of various research indicators, including active collaboration with other universities, institutes at the national and international level. Recently, a MOU was signed with the Delft Technical University, the Netherlands, for carrying out academic progress and joint research activities. And like this, L&T Danish Aerospace in India as well as abroad, we are spreading the network so that this is a win-win situation. There are many facilities. We know that when more students are there and when you to take care of your requirements, we need more facilities. We have recently added a medical and counseling service facility, because we know that when you are away from home and when you are getting into a graduate level, naturally your emotional levels also should be smoothly transited to accept the situation in the institute. So we take care of all such things. And we need more hostels also, that recently chairman has laid the foundation stone. And the Department of Physics has started a 2-year master's program, that is MTech in quantum technology in place of MTech in solid state technology, because that is the demand, so that the youngsters, engineers and science graduate in quantum science and technology can be, they can be trained, and then that faculty facility can be, or the expertise can be made available to the society. And many of our faculty members and students as well were bestowed with honors and awards and elected as fellows of several professional and national as well as international bodies, thereby adding glory to the institute. The list is given. I am not getting into the details because may take more time, but it is worth mentioning that our Chancellor, Dr. Suresh, has been elected as an international member of the United States of National Academy of Engineering. So let us give a big hand to him. And equally impressive is that students are also winning accolades all over the world. And we have publications and patents. 16 patents applications have been filed by the IIST faculty plus students, and we got 9 patents registered. As well as there are many institute events, continuing education, outreach activities, and so many activities are going on in the campus. Also, we felt the need for having an alumni of the institute, and they are also doing a wonderful job in terms of coordinating many activities, online as well as offline. So let me conclude this report with a big thank to all of you, especially the graduating students, for making the institute proud of its profession, the former directors of IIST, the registrar of IIST, the deans, the faculty, and the staff of IIST for the tireless effort to meet the vision of IIST. Our gratitude to our Honorable Dr. B.N. Suresh, who, as I said earlier, spares no effort to transform our institute into an institute of national importance. Sri Somnath, Chairman, Governing Council, for his unstinted support and day-to-day guidance, and Dr. V. Narayanan, who is a constant source of inspiration for the institute, for his proximity and for all the other things. Finally, I feel exalted to express our deepest gratitude to our beloved chief guest, Sri G. Madhavan Nair, and we are very much pleased to see him in the campus. In fact, he was here day before yesterday, and he spent a lot of time with the faculty as well as students, and has given very nice suggestions. So, very much happy for gracing this function, and his consent to deliver the convocation address, which I feel will be the most appropriate person to deliver the convocation address on this crucial jubilee year. And I congratulate all the proud parents on their child's graduation day and wish you all the very best in your all future endeavors. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
I now request the guest of honor to address the gathering.
Honorable Chancellor of IIST, Dr. B.N. Suresh sir, Chief Guest of the Convocation, the most respected Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, former Chairman ISRO and Secretary DOS, our beloved and most dynamic Chairman ISRO, Secretary Department of Space, as well as President Governing Board, IIST, Sri S. Somanath, my friend Dr. Unnikrishnan Nair, Director VSSC and Director IIST, Directors of ISRO centers and units, most distinguished former directors, former teaching faculties of IIST, members of IIST Management Board, invited guests, deans and faculty members of IIST Management Board, invitees, my dear young graduating students and their proud parents, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. My heartiest congratulations and greetings for the graduating students and their proud parents, faculty members, and all staff members of IIST on this very important day. I am extremely happy and privileged to be part of this convocation function. This function becomes doubly sweet for me as it is conducted in this very beautiful Pearl Jubilee Auditorium of LPSC. And let me express my profound gratitude for giving me the opportunity to stand in front of you as the guest of honor and address this august function. You all know from the report read by the Director IIST, Mr. Unnikrishnan Nair, last 15 years, the IIST has really grown to a great stature of international standard and great accomplishments. And today, it is part of the DOS, and all ISRO centers and DOS units work hand in hand with IIST. And you all know, IIST is the brainchild of our beloved chief guest, Dr. G. Madhavan Nair. It also has been blessed with able leadership right from the start with great stalwarts like Dr. B. N. Suresh, who have led from the front. And most of the IIST passed out students have been working hand in hand with senior ISRO colleagues, and they are doing extremely well. Almost 1,200 graduates are absorbed in ISRO, and their theoretical and analytical abilities and contribution towards the ISRO programs are commendable. Unlike other education institutions, most of the graduates get the opportunity to be inducted in ISRO program to take our national missions forward. And dear friends, you have enough role model in ISRO, starting from the father of Indian space program, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Professor Satish Dhawan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and a prominent one of them, Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, who is the chief guest of the function today. If I start telling about the outstanding contributions of this legendary leader, Dr. Madhavan Nair, I think it will take a lot of time to explain. But I would like to mention one among so many contributions what he has made. You know, in the propulsion area, we are having today 3 pump-fed engine systems, and 2 systems we draw support from other countries. When it came to LVM-3, it was he who dreamt and forced and ensured we are developing a CE-20 cryogenic engine and a C-25 stage. Really, sir, only because of that, today we have succeeded, only because of that, the community in the LPSC, any design, it is today like a child play. Let me really salute him for that vision of ensuring the indigenous development. Dear friends, more than anything else, I have felt convocation is a function for you, for the graduating students, to look back, to remember and thank all those good souls who have helped you to reach this level, and also reflect on how you can give back to the society. Apart from your hard work and dedication, the degree what you are receiving today is because of your parents who have sacrificed their comfort to educate and ensure to see you great in the future. Your school teachers who have taught you and given strong foundation. The faculty members and all other staff members, including those who work in the canteen, garden, all the staff members who have ensured you get high quality education, and they have molded you and shaped you. And the fellow citizens and taxpayers of our country and many more are responsible for your degree. That makes it imperative for you to be a good citizen, good member of the family, good member of the society, good member of the nation, and sincerely serve the nation and give back to the society. You all are starting to serve our country, which has completed 75 years of independence. And the progress what we have made during this period is phenomenal. One has to understand that at the time of independence, almost 97% population was below the poverty line, and the life expectancy was just 37 years. From that, we have come a great way. If you take any sector, let it be agriculture sector, today we are self-sufficient in food production. Why self-sufficient? We are also exporting after the green revolution. In health sector, we are having world-class hospitals and doctors, and just the way we handle COVID in this country is ample testimony. Take science and technology and education. We are having world-class institutions like IITs, IIMs, AIMS, DRDO, ISRO, BARC, and so on. Power sector. Most of the villages during independence was not having power, but today the situation is totally changed. In the coming years, a lot more things has to be done. Dear friends, there are plenty of opportunity in the country for all of you to contribute either through ISRO systems or through other systems to make the country as a developed nation when we celebrate 100 years of independence. The Indian space program is 60 years old. Over the years, we have developed a number of systems, including Rohini sounding rockets, 6th generation of launch vehicles, almost 126 spacecrafts, and we had a humble beginning. Till today, we have developed a lot of systems, and 54 spacecrafts are currently in operation. The space application has touched every aspect of human life in our country. You people are going to join ISRO when we are moving ahead steadily with space sector reform, which shall be encouraging the private industries and startups to take up space-based activities, and lot of R&D opportunities are there in ISRO. As you are aware, we are working on the Gaganyaan program, and towards this, lot of activities are going on. I am not going to dwell on that. Apart from the Gaganyaan, in addition to Earth observation system, communication system, navigation system, we have got host of scientific missions lined up in front of us, including Chandrayaan 3. And if we take the space program, it is a multidisciplinary game. Lot of system engineering approach is required. Let me take only one example as a propulsion expert, the area of propulsion, what are the challenges, what we are having. As you are aware, propulsion system have to provide the required muscle power for the launch vehicle to cross the dense atmosphere and inject the spacecrafts in the orbit. Further, the orbit transfer, attitude orbit control, interplanetary travel, station keeping, etc. are done by spacecraft propulsion systems. Initially, in the area of propulsion, we started the development in the solid propulsion. I think Rattan sir is there, Nayanan sir is there, they are all fully aware. With a small, tiny rocket, we started the development. To our credit, this community has done excellent job. Today we are having number of solid motors, including the world-class high-performance PS3 motor case and S200 motors of LVM3. We have also developed air-storable propulsion systems, number of air-storable propulsion systems. The largest one being the L1 ton stage of LVM3 with a propellant loading of 110 tons, powered by twin Vigas engine developing 160 tons of thrust. Further, to launch the geostationary satellites, we needed the most advanced and complex cryogenic propulsion stage. And the technology, it was a history, it was denied to us. And finally, today it is history that ISRO has successfully indigenously developed the cryogenic propulsion, and we are having today, to our credit, 2 cryogenic propulsion, and we are one among 6 countries having this complex technology. And dear friends, lot of work is done in the satellite propulsion, including the throttleable propulsion system required for landing on the moon. And we are having host of thrusters starting from 1 millinewton to 1,600 kilonewton for various mission requirement. At present, we are working on the advanced development of semi-cryogenic stage. We use liquid oxygen and kerosene and powered by a 200-ton engine. The development is much in the advanced stage. We are going to start the hot test program very shortly. And the new generation, for the new generation launch vehicle, we have initiated a very crucial development of LOX methane technology, LOX methane engine development. And all electric propulsion system for spacecraft is in the advanced stage of development, and we are going to demonstrate under the leadership of our chairman ISRO, Somnath sir, very shortly. And Gaganyaan program too, lot of propulsion systems are getting developed, lot of technology developments are taking place. I have addressed only one area, like that if you take so many areas in the launch vehicle and satellite areas, like structure, avionics, mission management, pyrotechnics, separation system, satellite system, advanced payloads, ground infrastructure, algorithm for deciphering the satellite data. I think one can talk hours and hours. I am not going to venture into that. Basically, I want to communicate that a lot of opportunities are there for the graduates who are going to join ISRO. And ISRO program demands teamwork. Individuals are nothing. ISRO program needs teamwork with system engineering approach to achieve our missions. As you are aware, there is no substitute for hard work. And also, learning should be a continuous process. A graduate who passes out today, not reading tomorrow, will not be considered as a graduate day after tomorrow. So the learning must be a continuous process. I am sure with your superior education, by hard work and determination and dedication, you can significantly contribute for the ISRO program. and sky is not the limit in ISRO for your growth. I have read in the Wings of Fire, the autobiography of APJ Abdul Kalam. It is mentioned, I quote, "Total commitment is a pivotal quality for those who want to reach the very top of their profession," unquote. It is true. I have practically experienced. Let me conclude once again by wishing all the graduating students a very bright future, very bright personal and professional career, fulfilling your dreams and aspirations and making our nation a proud nation in the coming years. My wishes are also with all the IIST faculty members and all the staff members who educate, nurture, and mentor the students to take up the role of future technologists and leaders to lead the nation to greater and greater heights. Let me thank the parents for your wonderful contributions. Let me also pray the Almighty for showering the blessing on IIST for making it as the #1 world-class institute in this area. May God bless you. Thank you. Jai Hind.
May I now request the Honorable Chancellor to address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. Most respected Chief Guest of the program, Dr. G. Madhavan Nair, former Chairman ISRO, and more than anything else, the architect of this great institute, IIST. Sri S. Somanath, President, IIST Governing Board and Chairman ISRO, Dr. V. Narayanan, Director LPSC and Guest of Honor, Dr. S. Unnikrishnan Nair, Director VSSC and Director IIST, Dr. Y.V.N. Krishnamurthy, Registrar IIST, dignitaries, I see here Professor Radhakrishnan, Dr. Dattan, Dr. Adimurthy, Dr. Nainan, a host of other distinguished invitees, deans, faculty members, IIST staff, my dear young degree recipients, prize winners, and proud parents, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very elated to be amongst you on this august occasion to preside over the convocation of this great Space Institute. The stars of the convocation today are no doubt the graduating students. At the very outset, let me convey my warm greetings and hearty congratulations to each one of you and every recipient of the degree, and my special word of congratulations and appreciation to the award winners. I also extend my warm congratulations to the proud parents who certainly will remember this day with much greater fondness than the graduating students. I am sure that all parents would agree with me. I also wish each one of you a very bright and eventful future and also a very successful career. I'd like to go back somewhere in 2006. It was in the middle of 2006. ISRO had launched just one of the polar satellite launch vehicles from Sriharikota. And those days, we had a tradition of briefing the Prime Minister about the performance of the launch vehicle as well as the spacecraft after the injection. And in this case, too, Dr. G. Madhavan Nair organized a meeting at Delhi with the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh. Of course, the briefing was done and we spent some time. And after the briefing was over, we also adjourned for a cup of tea, which was customary those days. But on that day, to our surprise, the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, joined us for the tea. And along with him, Chairman ISRO, myself, and few of our friends, they were there. And we were just having a chat on the various programs of ISRO. And during the chatting with PM, the Honorable Prime Minister asked a pertinent question. He said that you have many more ambitious and challenging programs ahead of ISRO. And how are you going to manage your human resources? Pat came a reply by Dr. G. Madhavan Nair saying, "Sir, due to prevailing IT boom, we are finding it very difficult to get quality human resources." It was at that point the response from PM was very swift. He observed, Why not you come out with your own plan of preparing the youngsters to meet your requirements? The government will be with you. This is the key word. He gave a hint. Of course, Dr. Madan Nair and all of us returned, and he gave a mandate to some of us to prepare a detailed report and then go ahead. But what is important is he grabbed the idea and worked on that to create this great institution, and we all worked on highest priority. And believe me or not, within a record time of 8 months, in April 2007, we got the approval to initiate IIST. I think that is the fastest approval one can think of. Again, it was G. Madan Nair. But what is more important, or I would even call it miracle, is within 4.5 months, he gave a mandate that we should start the institute. But then I told him, sir, we don't have classrooms, we don't have faculty members, we don't know how to source students, we don't have laboratories, we don't have anything. But he said, we are all with you, let us all work together. And we indeed started the institution on 14th September 2007 by putting everything in place. I think this is what I call miracle. That entire credit of creating IIST in such a short time should go to Dr. G. Madan Nair. I'm extremely happy that he is with us today to be as the chief guest for the 10th convocation. I'm sure you would have seen it just 2 days back and would have seen how your dream has fructified and today what stage we are at IIST. And this year is very special for IIST because the institute has completed 15 years and they call it Crystal Jubilee. It is something I didn't know that there is one Crystal Jubilee like this. The contribution of IIST is very significant as director of IIST has brought out. I think they have done excellent job in preparing the high quality human resources. And I still remember the question asked by the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, how are you going to manage the issues? This is where I would like to mention that more than 1,200 or 1,300 scientists are there across the ISRO center who have been really contributing very significantly in an innovative manner to various cutting-edge technology projects of ISRO, and they in turn are paving the way for the record string of successes in many of our exciting and challenging programs. That was the dream and this is the reality. In the area of research too, I think Institute has been doing commendably well with more than 250 research scholars in the campus. Our alumni, I'm very happy to say even after 15 years, they have been making continuously inedible marks in science, technology, startups. There are many startups which have been started by our own young friends, management and leadership, not only nationally and internationally too. I'm very proud of having associated with this preeminent institution from the day one till date, starting as a founding director and subsequently in different capacities. We are all witnessing the country's economy is on a higher growth trajectory, thanks to the cumulative impact of economic reforms implemented over the past several years. In the last 3 years, we are all witnessing the Indian space sector too has been sort of bringing in reforms in many areas to enable the private enterprises and the startups to actively participate. In all phases of space activities with innovative ideas to boost the Indian economy as well as to sustain this national growth, it is very important for us to really enhance the quality of human resources to support these kinds of activities. It is imperative that we need an expanded supply of highly skilled scientists and engineers capable of meeting this competitive edge we need to prosper in this globalized world. This premier institution, IIST, is very well equipped, and you are all well equipped in the last 4 years, and I'm sure that you can provide the much needed competitive edge to meet the ever expanding demands. My dear young friends, I would like to tell you that this is your day, very special day for all of you. I, along with many others here, could not be prouder. You will be receiving your degrees and honors, which is a testimony of your sheer hard work during the past few years in this prestigious institution. Also, in my opinion, the convocation is an occasion to gaze both past and future. While it's a day for you to look back with a sense of satisfaction, recalling your experiences, your trials, tribulations in this institution, it's also a day to look forward to the exciting days ahead with hopes and expectations in the days and years to come. Truly, in my opinion, this is a right transition and a moment where transformation gets initiated. Today, we are also witnessing in the globally rapidly evolving, potentially transformative ideas and many times out-of-box ideas with advanced technologies in several areas like information science, biological science, material science, energy, so on and so forth. One can go on and on. It is for us to choose the right technology which have massive and economically disruptive impact on society and the nation in the coming decades. We need to assess the potential effect of this disruptive technology, choose the right one, that is important, that can cause substantial economic impact and disruption in future. Some of the examples, I think all of us know that Internet of Things, which has influenced almost in every domain, including health, the safety, productivity of the nation, and of course, next generation genomics, which has revolutionized the medical area, like how doctors diagnose and treat, energy storage technologies, and of course, one can go on and on. Even in the space-based system, in my opinion, the future is quite challenging. I'm sure that Chairman ISRO would like to give what are the challenges that are ahead. But I would like to mention that some of the focus which is there presently, or I think all of them are really migrating towards the constellation of small satellites, mostly in the low Earth and medium altitude orbits, with a frequent coverage to meet the goals of mobile communications and operational Earth observations. Big satellites, I think today there is again, while we work on one side on the small satellites, I think big satellites are also important. As much as the launcher can accommodate, because geostationary orbit is crowded, we want to have small number of satellites to provide the maximum services to any country in terms of communications and also permanent Earth observation, but of course with a little low resolution. And of course the advanced exploration programs in the world that has to go by. There are much more path-breaking ideas on the anvil. But then I think all of you might have read already, there are quite a few which are already in force. Question is, how do we really migrate from where we are to much greater areas? For example, the Starlink, I think all of you are aware, with 40,000 satellites around 560 kilometers. What is really surprising to me is, the kind of speed they are planning, around 300 megabits per second with a latency of 20 milliseconds or lower. It's mind-boggling. You imagine a situation to what you have today and what they are planning to do. Similarly, Trimble navigation, started by Charles Trimble. Why I'm mentioning is that these are the really path-cutting technology areas that you as youngsters should look for. And this Trimble technology with a wide range of commercial and business applications, helping many industries in agriculture, transport, civil construction, and many other things. Similarly, Planet Labs, with around just 200 satellites, with imaging capabilities of 12 times per day, helping agricultural business, wildfire mitigation, and many other applications. You as young budding scientists and engineers, in my opinion, are very fortunate to face these forthcoming national aspirations to these frontier areas of technology and also derive the fulfillment of your cherished ideals and goals. If you are able to integrate your learning so far with your research capabilities in your innovative manner, you can not only meet these goals, but excel too. So one word of caution to my young friends. Once you take up a career and enter into a leadership role, you encounter situations much beyond what you have learned through education all this year. How are you going to approach the problems in a new environment, in a new context as you move along? More than what you have learned here, it is very important to really move ahead with newer and newer ideas. Your ability to grasp, to engage with, and to learn from diverse perspectives will surely be a key to success. Many of the fields such as cloud computing, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, all have come. In fact, if you really look back, they were not in vogue at all. But then there is a much greater demand to really go forward. By taking the same logics, you can visualize that many more technologies which are not existing today, they are going to come. And you have to work in that area and then compete. So if you ask me frankly, your learning starts today. It's not that you have graduated. I think it starts from today. It is imperative that you develop habit of continuous learning as you move along. I think Swami Vivekananda, one of the great sons of India, has eloquently articulated the importance of continuous learning. He says, I quote, experience is the greatest teacher and the learning should continue till our last breath. Remember, that is very important. Gaining knowledge should be our prime aim as we move on in our lives. That's why I say that it is starting today. Please remember those words. You need to learn new facts, analyze new information, and bring to bear your own unique ideas. Your IIST mind, I repeat, IIST mind will rescue to sort and filter the abundant information that surrounds you and discern what is important for the task that you are going to handle. My friends, the challenge is about the value of staying flexible and nimble. It's very important. Don't have fixed ideas. The importance of learning from multiple perspectives and also the willingness to take the risks. That is equally important. I think all of us must, in space we take tremendous amount of risk. You should learn how to do that. It only means that you cannot be so fixed in your intentions that you close the new doors even before they are open. You will play a dominant role in shaping the future of this country and also the globe. You are starting your career at a time when competitions are intense, opportunities are plenty, challenges are daunting. Rapidly changing world coupled with unpredictable future throws a lot of challenges, but remember, all these challenges are the opportunities. I think as long as you remember and be able to really transform into real activities as an opportunity, I think you have a great, great future. I want to visualize that many of you IISTians will transform yourselves into highly intellectual leaders, either at ISRO or elsewhere in the country, having your own chosen path, startups or industries. You will have opportunities to engage with some of the great minds. They will surely open up new horizons for you. In this present multidisciplinary world, I strongly believe that truly big ideas and important critical developments take at the intersection of the disciplines, which means, today no single discipline work, it's all multidisciplinary. You would have graduated as a mechanical engineer, aerospace, electronics, but then they are all only to get the graduation today. You want to really be successful, I think you have to take out the barriers of all these disciplines. Therefore, teamwork becomes absolutely imperative. And this august occasion, when you are charting your own future, it's only proper to remind you the words of wisdom of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Incidentally, he was our first ever Chancellor. And it was his advice that one should not only have high aspirations, but aspirations have to be matched with hard work. Only the right combination of hard work and aspirations enables one to achieve the set goals. My young friends, the very fact that all of us being together here today exemplifies the spirit of this august occasion. A day to recall your collective experiences and memories at IIST with faculty members, staff, your own friends, whoever else in the institution. I'm sure you would have played a good number of ranks. Try to remember that. At the same time, remember to stay in touch with your alma mater while you go to work, learn and excel. We would like to extend a warm invitation to each one of you to remain engaged with this institute and taking a keen interest in enhancing the future of this institute. So that way we get linked. Today, after 15 long years of IIST, the Alumni Association has a dominant role to play, and you have a very, very major role to play in the upliftment of this institute. Your inputs are vital to strengthen your alma mater in meeting new challenges in a rapidly changing world. Finally, I conclude by conveying my very best wishes once again to each one of you, and earnestly hope that you will have a very bright career either at ISRO or anywhere else in India, and I stress in India, so that you become instrumental in transforming India as a developed nation very soon. Thank you. Jai Hind.
May I now request the President Governing Body IIST and Secretary Department of Space to address the guests and the gathering.
Good morning, all of you. Honorable Chancellor of IIST, Dr. B.N. Suresh, Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. G. Madhavan, Director, IIST, Dr. Convocation, Guest of Honor, Dr. Narayanan, all the deans, faculty members, students, their family members, my greetings to you all on this occasion of this convocation, 10th convocation, and also the celebration of the 15th year of the existence of IIST. Today it's a dream day for me because I envisioned something like this to happen in this hall one day, the convocation of IIST happening, and we all walking from that institution over the road, walking up to this place, sitting here with people like Dr. Madhavan Nair and Dr. Suresh. I think dreams are possible, and that is possible to become a reality. I know it today. Because when this was a barren place, and we were not having this auditorium, and the gate that was connecting IIST and ISRO, the LPSC was welded and never opened. And the passage to LPSC to IIST was a circuitous path around the boundaries. We dreamt that that will become better connected. It was physically a dream, but then we have to translate that physical dream into something that will happen in more engagement than that the physical walking that I just envisioned. But the connection between IIST and ISRO is something that has been the dream of Dr. Madhavan Nair. As we all know, we heard the story of IIST, and I am sure he will speak about it, so it is not for me to speak about it. It was a time when this institution was created. He envisioned that we will have an institution which will do the fundamental research and work for the space program. And this is what we, all of us were told, dreamt, acted over a period of time. It is just not for producing people when there was an issue with getting people into ISRO. I think that is not the narrative for all of this. The narrative is that we will have a set of faculty, we will have people, students, and an active research ecosystem that will contribute to the innovative elements that will go into the space program of this country. And this is what we were talking, doing all these years. Of course, creating the right human talent out of it is also equally important. I think that has done very well. I am looking at it to happen much more better way, and in the next few years, I think we must make it happen, really, that innovation to the space program coming out of IIST. This is something that we all look at it. Definitely will look forward to the current management of IIST and the faculty and students to enable this to happen. Today, again, I will say you, it is a dream day for me because Dr. Madhavan Nair is in our midst. The creator of this institution never attended a convocation. And this is the first time he's attending the convocation. And thank you, sir, for that opportunity. And along with him, there are people who are part of this creation, Dattan sir, Nainan sir, Ravi Kumar sir, and many others. And many of those faculty members who are the original creator, workers of this institution to build it from brick to brick. My greetings to all of you for doing that wonderful work. Today, as I think all of you have heard the speeches of Dr. Narayan and Dr. Suresh advising you what are the possibilities in your career, etc., etc. So, what I want to tell you is the changing scenario in this sector is something really wonderful. I think it is something that you must all look at very carefully. Space sector across the globe is changing. I think all of you are connected to space sector in a manner because of the graduation for you in aerospace, avionics, and physical sciences are more connected to space. The change is really remarkable even during the period of COVID. Possibly you would have watched. Every other sector was suffering. But the launches were going on very well. Number of launches during COVID times were one of the highest in the world. Innovation in space sector was really happening everywhere. In terms of the launches, the cost reduction, access to space has been increasing. The lower cost to access has actually created more applications to come in, more technologies to come in. And the entire enthusiasm in this sector is growing. I think this is a good time for all of you to dream, think big in this sector. Why I'm saying this that I had the opportunity in the last many months to go around the country and then meet people who are working in this area, industries, startups, youngsters, doing things differently. You heard about some of the launches that are taking place by the startups. And I also had opportunity to see how downstream applications in space sector is actually making headlines. At least 3-4 companies are now building satellites in this nation outside ISRO, and their dream of scaling up to a level of at least produce 100 small satellites per year, not for the nation alone, but for an export market. There are already people working on entire satellite bus system and exporting from India. Possibly you don't know. And technologies are coming from foreign companies to India as a preferred destination for manufacturing space systems in this country for global market. I think these changes are really evident in this country, and that's why the space sector has been opened up to create a favorable regulatory and system as well as an ecosystem for this sector to grow. So the role of IIST today is now different. It is no longer supplying or providing the required human capacity to the Indian space program within ISRO. No, it is no longer like that. It is to provide it for the entire nation, create the real space capacity in human capital in innovative research and development in space system for entire ecosystem, ISRO, non-ISRO, private, and for the global economy. This can happen only when IIST take up real problem and solutions for each of those problems. You are conducting multiple programs here. You are conducting the graduate program, also the postgraduate program, and the doctoral program. I think these 3 programs have a characteristic of each of them. For example, if you look at the undergraduate program, it is only preparing fresh minds who are coming out of those schooling to become professionals. So it is sort of a teaching process. And all of you have graduated in undergraduate are really getting prepared to take up the greater learning. I only want to look back when I was a young engineer who joined this Valiamala campus as part of the PSLV. I still remember the first days of my work. I came here, I reported to Dr. Madhavan Nair, who was Associate Project Director of PSLV at that time, and later started working under another boss. I realized that in the first few days that I don't know anything. I realized that very easily. We need to learn many more things in discussing with people, consulting people, reading quite a bit, which is entirely different from the textbook knowledge we had. And the entire thing has to be learned over the many years to do the work we did for PSLV. And the learning process continued. And that is precisely been explained by Dr. Suresh that you may be graduated in one subject, but if you want to really produce something out, you need to collaborate with people, learn from others, and learn things which you have never learned before. And sometimes at a later phase of time, you will actually become really multidisciplinary in an ability to appreciate other domains' work to the ultimate product that you are making. I think this is what an undergraduate is supposed to do. But when you are a postgraduate, which I had opportunity to go to Indian Institute of Science and learn, take my postgraduate, my attitude to the entire domain changed. I saw everything in a different light. When you have a problem, you are not scared any longer. This is what a postgraduate is supposed to be, that you don't look at a problem as a real problem. You know there is a solution for it, and you can always find it. And this is the attitude of a postgraduate. And when you are a researcher after a degree, it is yet another state of mind. The state of mind is that a knowledge is non-existent at this moment, and you have an ability to create the new knowledge to address new problems that are coming to your midst. And this is the expectation of a postgraduate student. So I believe all these qualities that have come to you through the created educational system in IIST, I must tell you that you must be thankful to that. And I also want you to say at this occasion to be able to give back to the institute at the right time when your time comes. I know you are just a student passing out. Many of you are employed in ISRO. Some of you may be outside. But you will go through a great journey of life to become professionals and will gain knowledge and stature in your life. Give back to the institute. And there are alumni associations already working with, going to strongly work with you in the future to connect with the institute in the future. Why this connect is important? The institution grows in stature through you, each one of you, not today, but at later point in time. And you are the brand ambassadors of the institution and give back to the institute in different forms that you can give. I was there in Indian Institute of Science last 2 days back. There they are building the new campus for medical education from contributions from the alumni only. At least 900 crores of rupees have been donated by alumni to build a new research lab for medical education in Indian Institute of Science. And so is happening in IITs and various other places. No longer such institutional building will happen by government funding alone. It will happen only by the contribution of its alumni. It is another important change that we want to bring in. It's equally important that IIST get connected to solve real life problems in aerospace and space related problems for government as well as for private. I think this is the new task that you have to take up. The entire ecosystem in this nation is looking at space institutions like IIST to address the challenging design and technical problems that they are facing day in and day out. Can the faculty and students take up some of those challenging work and solve it for the ecosystem to grow? Building satellites, so providing technical solutions, providing consultancies, and really bring in capability enhancement within IIST. I think all of you can think about it, contribute towards it. I also want to see that the real research problems that are being solved in ISRO centers are actually solved collaboratively with IIST faculty and students in days to come. And this is also an institution expansion that we are planning in the days to come, so that IIST also grows in stature in terms of the ranking system that we exist in this nation to a higher level, in terms of the publications, in terms of the patents, and in terms of the technical activities and funds that they are able to create through this collaborative work. I think all these are going to happen with your support and enthusiasm. Today is being a graduation day. I don't want to talk to you, give you any advice, but then many of you are already in looking at tasks and jobs which are you are already on to that. And you will definitely take a course, as Dr. Suresh has already advised you. To the parents, I would like to tell you that all of you have taken the great step forward to allow your wards to come to IIST, far away from your families, join here, and to become a space capable engineer today. And they have traveled far and wide to become part of this organized institution and also the part of ISRO. Many of them are part of the ISRO system. And the ISRO is a pan-India organization. It is spread across the nation, working in various sectors across centers, and LPS is only one of the centers of ISRO. And many of them would have already joined the institutions, and we would like to maintain this ISRO culture as a pan-Indian culture with the various cultures and various people represented in all centers, in whatever diversity that we can have. The diversity that if you have in technology and science is equally represented in the diversity of the people that are there in this institution. So IIST provides for the diversity that ISRO stands for, and this is something that we would like to celebrate in the days to come. And thank you for enabling ISRO to have the diversity through IIST, because almost 1,000 plus of the students of IIST are integral part of ISRO today, which is really wonderful. And I had opportunity to meet and interact with many of them in the last many years, and I have seen them to be one of the best that we can ever get, because you are coming through the channel that exists for the best of the talent of this country to have a higher education possibility. And the natural talent of the students are anyway reflected by their ability in doing the work, plus the contribution of IIST in molding and shaping them to take up challenging responsibility. The attitude is also important. In an organization like ISRO, ISRO works on simple principle of motivation. We want to make sure that every individual is motivated to a level to deliver what they can at their best. It is not by force or it is not by coercion that we will actually deliver and get things done, but by the simple act of feeling great while doing some simple things for building our space systems. I think you are all part of that, and great days ahead for each one of you, and I am really fortunate to be on the dais with these great mentors through which I was made. Dr. Madhav Nair and Dr. Suresh, who helped in creating what I am today. I think you will also find mentors in this organization who will shape your destiny one day. Thank you so much, and all the best to you.
I request the respective heads of the departments to present the graduating students for the degree of Bachelor of Technology. I request Honorable Chief Guest to present the degrees.
Sir, as head of the Department of Aerospace Engineering, permit me to present the graduating students of Aerospace Engineering who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Graduates of BTech in Aerospace Engineering may please rise. Amruta N. Aniket. Ankit Punagun. Atharva Kulkarni. Atul P. Pramod. A. Austin Joe. Ayush Raikar. Banna Vamsi. Biradar Wasim Patel Jahangir. Dasu Deva Karthik Lakshman. Deshmukh Vinay Vivek. Devashish Balla. Divyansh Prakash. Toshi Prasham Mehul. Ganthavar Siddharth Jitendra. Guddu Prashant. Harikrishnan Harikumar. Harshit Vats. Himanshu. Jagarlapudi Sai Rohit. Jatin Jangra. Karthik S. Das. Madhumida S. Mayank Ahuja. Mihir. Mohit Sadashiv Helambe. Naman Farwani. Nitish Kumar. Nohin K. Avira, Rathod Jai Kumut Chandra, Rishin Agarwal, Rodevad Pratiksha Ramchandra, Sai Santosh Potnuru, Sankalp Vishnoy, Shashwat Gupta, Shashwat Srijan, Siddharth Prasad, Shivaranjini H, Uday Yadav, Vishwas Rangu, M. Hari Ishwar GK. The following students may also be conferred the degree in absentia: Gaurav Meena, Pallav Kumar, Rachakonda Vinod Nitin Kumar, Rachit Diman, Sanjay Verma, Savranu Day, Subramanya V. Bide, Udayagiri Kiraneshwar, Erraguntala Bharat Reddy, Koti Pravalika Yadav. Thank you, sir.
I request Honorable Chancellor IIST to present the Bachelor of Technology degree for the Electronics and Communication Engineering Avionics students.
Sir, as head of the Department of Avionics, permit me to present the graduating students of Electronics and Communication Engineering Avionics who have satisfied the requirement for the degree of Bachelor of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they may be admitted to the said degree. Graduates of BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering may please rise. Aditya Venkateswaran. Aditya Amrit. Aditya Singh Parihar. Akash Niladhari Ganguly. Akshaj Jangiti. K. Amrit. R. Ashrit. Ashish Kumar Mishra. Chunduri Sai Abhishek. Deepak Jogi. Dhruva Ananta Datta. Domas Ruhaya Hepsiba. Hari Prasad DS. G. Inba Saharan. Ivanshu Mehta. Jishil Jinraj. Kanta DS Vijaya Raghavendra. Karthik S. Kevin John. Kishan Dole. Chitish Singh. Majji Satvik Reddy. Mungala Purandara Chandrahas. Murala Aman Naveen. Nandanavanam Mahesh Srivatsava. Nandasri SS. Nishant Kumar Verma. Paras Singh. Pedada Siddharth Sandeep. Prashant. पुष्कर भारद्वाज. प्याला कुर्ती हरि भारद्वाज. राहुल कृष्णमूर्ति देवराज. ऋतुज गराटे. शोभित शर्मा. सुरसे कुंदन कावडू. तमल करण. उगीराला साई लोकेश. उर्लांकला धना गणेश. वज्जी चंद्रा पवन. वला बोजू वेंकटेश. वेगेसीना नागा प्रणीत वर्मा. विवेक गर्ग. विवेक आरएस. यश तयाल. युगल जोशी. Sir, the following students may be conferred their degree in absentia: Akash Akshay S. Pillai, Anumula Harsha Shai, Chalumuru Venkata Sai Kiran, Chetan Sengar, Divyan Sagar, Karamoth Kalyan, Kotadiya Prince Kumar Balakrishna, Pathavalat Ganesh, Sai Aryan R, Sangpriya Gautam, Sivananda Verma, Sri Aditya Devi, Velpuri Sri Hari, Gampala Prakash, K. Prahlad. Thank you, sir.
May I now request the respective heads of the departments to present the postgraduate students for the degree of dual degree, Master of Technology, Master of Science. I request the President Governing Body IIST to present the degrees.
Sir, as Head of the Department of Aerospace Engineering, permit me to present the postgraduating students of Aerospace Engineering who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Postgraduating students of Department of Aerospace Engineering may please rise. Master of Technology in Aerodynamics and Flight Mechanics, Gokul Krishnan KG. Guntapalli Naga Varuna Ananda Sai Chaitanya. Honar Gupta. Srinivasan S. Suraj Sharma. Trivedi Dharmik Kumar Manoj Kumar. The following students may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Supriya Bajaj, Rajkumar Jha. Master of Technology in Structures and Design, Patel Mittal Limjibai. Pratik Verma. The following students may also be conferred their degree in absentia: M. Gautam, Kuldeep Singh Rajput. Master of Technology in Thermal and Propulsion, Alan Joseph. Anup Tiwari. Krishna Kumar Sharma. R. Mukesh. Rohit Palamotil. Sheikh Gulzar Ahmed. Shirodkar Chinmay Manoj. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as Head of the Department of Avionics, permit me to present the post-graduating students who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they may be admitted to the said degree. Post-graduating students of Department of Avionics may please rise. Master of Technology in Control System, Akash Parihar. Prashant Raj Patro. Rajat Kumar Singh. Ranjit Shakya. Sai Lakshmi S. Shweta Yadav. Vishesh Garg. Master of Technology in Digital Signal Processing, Abhishek Samundre. Gonu Gundala Chansri Chaudhary. Parusu Solomon. Prabhakar Kumar. Thota Vamsi Krishna. Wankhede Subham Sharad. Sir, the following student may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Deepesh Deepak, Polepalli Venkata Sairam. Master of Technology in Power Electronics, Aishwarya B. Kadam Siddhi Sunil. Mohit Kumar. Rudrakshi Garg. Tanvi Gudapati. Sir, the following student may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Anupam Samanta Balwant Kushwaha. Master of Technology in RF and Microwave Engineering, Anbu Mati R. Bukya Naveen. Chetan R. Shelar. Jobin B. Kali Shreyo Ghoshal. B. Sai Divya. Siddharth Upadhyay. Sir, the following student may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Sumit Divakar. Master of Technology in VLSI and Microsystem, Akshay Saji. Bhuvan Joshi. Sarath KR. Sir, the following student may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Ankit Singh, Harshit Sukla, Sawale Rajasri Govardhan. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as head of the Department of Chemistry, permit me to present the post-graduating students who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Post-graduating students of Department of Chemistry may please rise. Master of Technology in Material Science and Technology, Adarsh Jegowal. Vijit P. The following students may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Kartiga Menon, Mitanosala Anil, Rishabh Srivastava, Yogesh Durga Prasad Parihar. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as head of the Department of Space Sciences, permit me to present the postgraduate students who have satisfied the requirement for the degree of dual degree, Master of Technology and Master of Science. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Postgraduate students of the Department of Earth and Spaces may please rise. BTech in Engineering Physics and MTech in Earth System Science under dual degree program. Jaiswal Abhi Sanjeev. The following students may please be conferred their degree in absentia: Muhammad Mahbub Yasin, Nitish Sri Surya Nekkanti, Sri Ramodu Nitish Kumar. Then BTech in Engineering Physics and Master of Science in Astronomy and Astrophysics under dual degree program. Kiran L. Soumya Kohli. The following students may please be conferred their degree in absentia: Shivam Kumaran, Oshashi Bhaumik. Then, Master of Technology Earth System Science, Achintya Paliwal. Krishna Vijay. Malgund Ganesh Babu sir. Sarango yes. Sunil. The following students may please be conferred their degree in absentia: Muhammad Kaif, Nilesh Kumari, Abhishek Chari. Master of Technology in Geoinformatics, Asim Gar. Gopika Das K. Palapati Anindya. Sanjay Saifi. The following students may please be conferred their degree in absentia: Anmol Gaur, Chetan Bajia, Rankur Sharma, Pyare Lal. Then Master of Science in Astronomy and Astrophysics, V. Aishwarya. P. Avinash Kumar. Indu Venugopal. The following students may please be conferred their degree in absentia: Amit Majumdar, Amulya Ratnapadi, Mutyala Srija Reddy, Prasoon Chakraborty. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as head of the Department of Mathematics, permit me to present the postgraduating students who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Master of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they may be admitted to the said degree. Postgraduating students of Department of Mathematics may please rise. Master of Technology in Machine Learning and Computing, Aditya Narayana Pradhan. Amit Kumar. Chitra A.V. Dashpunde Anand Rajendra. Edera Venkatanagasai Bharadwaj. Ravi Kumar Gaudam. Shivaprasad Nadagaudar. The following student may be conferred their degree in absentia. Pratik Kar, Yagna Prabhala. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as head of the Department of Physics, permit me to present the post-graduating students who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of dual degree, Master of Technology. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Postgraduate students of Department of Physics may please rise. B.Tech in Engineering Physics and M.Tech in Optical Engineering under dual degree program. Abhishek A. Dakshin Tillo H. Davane Advait Pradeep. Param. The following students may be conferred the degree in absentia. Abhishek Kumar, Parijay S. Raju, Ruhullah Kalim Ansari. B.Tech in Engineering Physics and Master of Science in Solid State Physics under dual degree program. Anjishnu Adhigari. The following students may also be conferred the degree in absentia. Digvijay, Ishan Dam Gunjal, K. Karthik Damanathan, Punit R. Jalan. Master of Technology in Optical Engineering, Kirtana George. Rahul Nidana. Sanjeev Kumar Jha. Sudev Nambudiri NM. Swaliha bint Amsa. The following student may be conferred the degree in absentia. Sharon Shajan. Master of Technology in Solid State Technology. Adira Mohida. Ashwin Kumar Tiwari. Dahake Aburva Nidin. R.S. Viswajit. The following student may be conferred the degree in absentia. S. Ashwath.
May I now request the Dean, Research and Development to present the doctoral students for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request Honorable Chancellor IIST to present the doctoral degrees.
Sir, as Dean R&D, permit me to present the degree recipient who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Thank you, sir. Based on the approval of Board of Management, may I recommend that they be admitted to the said degree. Aridat Omji. Pradeep K. Dinesh A. Suryamani Tripathi. Elangovan K. Chalamuri Avinash. Tina B.S. Nisha Balachandran. Chaudhary Yogesh Sanjay. Chitra A. Arya Nair J.S. Batulla Durga Shiva Dheeraj. Dubachala Gyaneshwar. Rekha Balari Gogai.
I request Director IIST to present the doctoral degree for the remaining graduating doctoral students.
Deepu T.S. Rakesh R. Menon. Job Matai. Arusalvi M. Nitesh Verma. Pavitra Celeste. Narendra Singh Yadav. Yogendra Singh. Anna Thomas. Surya Kumar Gautam. The following students pursued their PhD research under the MOU signed between IIST and NARL. Arpita Munshi. Neha Gupta. Gobika Gupta. The following students may also be conferred their degree in absentia: Vinod Kumar P., Sandeep Shankar Roy, Fazia K.A., Thomas James Thomas, Sudhanshu Shekhar Jha, Tasniya P.M., Sonu Tabitha Paulson, Mahesh T.V. Thank you, sir.
May I now request the Honorable Chancellor of IIST to confer the degree on the degree recipients.
By the authority given to me by the statute of the Institute as Chancellor, I confer on you the degree for which you have been found qualified, and I charge you that ever in your life by thought, word, and deed, you prove yourself worthy of it. I admit the other candidates also for the said degree in absentia.
I request Registrar IIST to obtain the signature of Chairman Board of Management in the Convocation Register. All degree recipients may please rise for the oath-taking ceremony.
I request all the graduating students to extend their hands for the oath and repeat after me. हम भारतीय अंतरिक्ष विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संस्थान तिरुवनंतपुरम केरल द्वारा प्रदत्त उपाधि ग्रहण करते हुए यह प्रतिज्ञा करते हैं कि हम इंजीनियरों, प्रौद्योगिकविदों एवं वैज्ञानिकों के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के पालन में पूर्ण रूप से ईमानदार होने के लिए मन से, वचन से और कर्म से निरंतर प्रयत्नशील रहेंगे और सभी परिस्थितियों में हम अपनी वृत्ति की गरिमा एवं अखंडता और अपने संस्थान एवं राष्ट्र के सम्मान को संभालेंगे। हम यह भी प्रतिज्ञा करते हैं कि हम इंजीनियरी, प्रौद्योगिकी एवं विज्ञान का ज्ञान अपनी मातृभूमि की और मानवता की भलाई के लिए काम में लाएंगे और अपनी ऊर्जस्विता, देश की एकता और धर्मनिरपेक्षता के आदर्श को बढ़ावा देने में समर्पित करेंगे।
I would now like to request all the graduating students to extend their hand to take the oath in English. We, the degree recipients of the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought, word and deed, endeavor to be scrupulously honest, in the discharge of our duties as engineers, technologists, and scientists, and that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession, honor of our institute, and the nation, and we shall utilize our knowledge of engineering, technology, and science in the service of our motherland and humanity, and devote our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country.
May I now request the Dean Student Activities, Student Welfare and Outreach to announce the Institute's Medals of Excellence. I request the Honorable Chief Guest to present the medals.
Medals of Excellence, Institute Gold Medal for the Best Academic Performer in UG program goes to Mr. Sri Aditya Devi of BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Avionics. Institute Gold Medal for the Best Academic Performer in PG program is won by Mr. Kiran L. of Master of Science in Astronomy and Astrophysics under Dual Degree Program. Cash Award and Excellent Certificate for the Best Academic Score in BTech Aerospace Engineering goes to Mr. Subramania V. Bide. Cash Award and Excellent Certificate for All-Rounder of UG Programs goes to Mr. Abhishek A., Dual Degree Student. Thank you, sir.
May I now take the privilege of requesting the Chief Guest to deliver the Convocation address.
Respected Chancellor, Dr. B.N. Suresh, Dr. Somanath, Chairman IISRO, Dr. S. Kunnikrishnan Nair, Director IIST, Dr. V. Narayanan, Director LPSC, Dr. O.U.N. Krishnamurthy, Registrar IIST, distinguished members of the Governing Board, respected members of the faculty, the proud parents of the graduates, and my dear students. Warm greetings to all of you on this special occasion of the 10th Convocation of the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram today. I am happy to see among the audience my dear colleague Dr. Sam Dayal, Dr. Dattan, Dr. Nainan, and many other friends from VSSC and LPSC along with you on this auditorium. My dear students, this is an occasion for you to celebrate as you are receiving degrees and recognition from the leading institution of learning in India. As you enter into the new world of challenges from the protective environment of the institute, you have great opportunities awaiting you and a great canvas on a global scale to chalk out your career. You have to be grateful to your teachers and colleagues for their efforts they have put in to help you tide over the significant milestone in your life. You are the lucky to be that you are one of the chosen few to emerge as a graduate from this highly specialized and advanced Institute of Space, Science and Technology. My heartiest congratulations to all of you. Well, I don't want to read through the old speech. It's already in the printed form available to you. You have heard from the Chancellor, Dr. B.N. Suresh, the story about how the institute came into existence. It's in fact, it was really an opportunity which just came out of vacuum, and we grabbed it. And there was a strong team of people, scientists and technologists here and administrators in Delhi who helped us in making the dream come true. Especially I would like to mention the names of Sri T.K. Nair. He was the principal secretary to the Prime Minister, and Dr. Sri M.K. Narayanan, who was a chief scientific advisor, chief security advisor at the time. So it was a synergy between all levels, whether it is the boy who serves the food in the canteen, the scientists and technicians who are cooking, and the technocrats who are in the various fields, the administrators, and the political leadership. All these have worked together to make this thing happen. And I must tell you, this is a sort of a national record. To have an institute from scratch, from an idea to fructify within few months is something which is unheard of in the country. We have done it, and that is truly the ISRO culture. We have really shown that how even seemingly impossible things can be done with our synergy, and how we can bring success stories for our country. Though this institute has started with a limited purpose of a selfish purpose, I would say, to attract the students to the high tech of space technology and have a captive institute to supply the manpower to ISRO. That is a very limited dream. But over the last 15 years, this institute has emerged as one of the really top-class institutes of a multidisciplinary character in the country. I understand the ranking of this institute is very high, and perhaps the credit goes to all of you who have really toiled to bring up this institute to this level. Especially I must recognize that from the founding director, Dr. B.N. Suresh onwards, other directors, and especially when we had the period when Dr. Somnath was in charge of both VSSC and this institute, and of course now Dr. Unikrishnan is also holding the similar post. With that type of close working between the ISRO Center and this institute has helped in bringing the multidisciplinary research activities in this place. I'm really happy to see that today itself, the number of graduates who are coming out, and also the percentage of the postgraduate and doctoral degrees who is awarded today is quite remarkable, and it is very unique for an institute of this nature. It is not just training providing an opportunity for learning to the youngsters, but also working on cutting edge of technologies. Certainly this culture has come out partly because of the close association with ISRO, and also the very dedicated work of the faculty and other team members in IIST. They have really caught on the idea. Especially, I must tell you, Dr. Krishnamurthy, over the last few years, he was spending most of the time in the campus, and he has been pushing everybody, and he has really carried the flag that how indigenization should be achieved. When you talk about indigenization, we had the first satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3, that was initiated in the early 70s. At that time, we did not know even the spelling of many of these things, like rockets or control system or guidance system, navigation system, etc. We had to learn everything from the scratch. And added to that, once SLV3 was launched, there was an embargo regime where these advanced countries denied access to the technology from the developed countries. So this has really put us in a corner. But I must tell you that was a blessing in disguise. We have learned out of difficulty and we have really made mistakes. We have made a lot of blunders during the process of development. And finally, we have become self-reliant in the rocket technology and to a great extent in the spacecraft technology. More than that, what we can be proud of is the application programs which we have implemented in the country. It was a great visionary scientist, Dr. Sarabhai, who said that we should be second to none as far as the mastering the technology is concerned. And not only that, this high technology has to be used for the benefit of the common man and enriching the quality of life of the poor people in the country. We have truly lived up to his expectations. Over the years, we have come out with very innovative solutions on the launch vehicle area. Not satisfied with the SLV3 and ASLV, they were sort of learning grounds. We were trying to learn the technology and the basics of the rocketry. But from there, the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle came, and today that is the workhorse. And that not only meets the requirements of the country, but also the needs of several other countries who come here, mainly because we offer this on a cost-effective manner without sacrificing the quality. PSLV has emerged as one of the most reliable vehicles in the world. Now, subsequently, you know the GSLV we have gone through, but that is a fairly complex system with many number of rocket stages and so on. But still, we have demonstrated how geostationary capability can be achieved using the cryogenic engine. And the mastering the cryogenic engine was a big task. I must tell you that Russian collaboration, halfway through it was dropped, and we were left high and dry. There was only a few drawings and some raw materials which came as samples here. But from there, we had to build up the entire scheme of things, whether it is a high-speed turbopump or the thrust chamber with a regenerative cooling and sophisticated injection, and above all, the igniter, which is required to ignite the cryogenic fluids. So all these were and material technology especially demanded a lot of challenges. Many things has to be innovated. The synergy between LPSC and VSSC shown at the time, you are making use of the industries in the country, especially the Midani, the Godrej, MTAR, L&T, all these industries, it was working together. In fact, Dr. Somnath was just mentioning the present cryogenic engine makes about a dozen trips between these centers back and forth. The time has to change. It has to come out and say that the entire technology can be transferred to an industry, and industry should be able to take end-to-end the production of this item. But this technology learning was very, very difficult process. We have failed number of times. The first SLV3 was a failure. First PSLV was a failure. And subsequently, few failures in GSLV. And ASLV, we had a really hard time, 2 consecutive failures and so on. But all these failures have taught us big lessons. The learning from failures, that has been the culture within ISRO. And there is no pointing the finger at somebody, blaming somebody for the mistake. Yes, when we do something new, mistakes do happen. But our courage to face such situation and come out with an innovative solution within the shortest possible time has been the success for the ISRO culture. So really, with that, today we have matured with the GSLV Mark III, where I think under the leadership of Somnath and especially the cryogenic C20 cryogenic engine and the large boosters, etc., that came into existence. And perhaps that is going to be another success story like PSLV for the future. Yes, but we should not be satisfied with what we have. We have to go a long way further. But what it shows is, if we have the will, we can do, we can achieve impossible, seemingly impossible tasks. This is what the strength of the ISRO. I think many of the youngsters, especially when all of us joined ISRO, we had to really go through the mill. It is virtually like putting in a frying pan, and we have no way but to really struggle to survive. But we did that, and the result is that today India enjoys an enviable position among the space leaders as far as the rockets are concerned, the powerful rockets to take the spacecraft to orbit or beyond, and then the spacecraft itself for the communication, Earth observation, scientific observation, and so on, culminating finally in the Chandrayaan mission, where I think we have first time, in the first attempt itself, we have gone to the moon orbit in a precise manner. Not only that, we were the first country to declare the presence of water or confirm the presence of water on the moon. And this has been a unique achievement. This was followed with the MOM mission, where we sent a probe to the Mars, and perhaps also the Chandrayaan 2. It was a near success story. In the last instance, some glitch came in, and that's why the final landing could not be achieved. But I'm sure soon we will overcome that phase also. Now, virtually I can say that we have fulfilled the dreams of the founding father, Dr. Sarabhai, to have self-reliance, have the technology, and use it for the benefit of the common man. When you talk about the usage, the first and foremost what you see is the DTH. Every household in a nook and corner of the country can receive hundreds of programs of television for the entertainment. And again, the digital connectivity for the banking sector or the business sector and education, etc., is provided through that. More than that, what you have demonstrated is how it can be used for the distance learning, tele-education. This was done about 15 years back, and that technology came handy with the pandemic time. So this shows how we were looking ahead and providing an innovative solution to the country's problem. Then, of course, the tele-education. There are leading institutes in the country were connected through the satellite, and expert classrooms, which is happening in IIT, is made available to the rural colleges and so on. Similarly for schooling as well. The remote areas, inaccessible areas in the mountains and other places are connected to the satellite network for education purposes. And again, in the pandemic time, you have seen that how this technology was used through the various terrestrial network or the satellite network. And soon, I'm sure the country will demonstrate itself how a satellite-based tele-education program can supplement the, of course, I'm not saying it's a substitute for the normal classroom, but it can supplement the education system and provide, improve the quality of education considerably. Then the most important achievement what we have shown societally is the disaster warning system. Observing from the space, the cloud coverage, etc., and cyclone formation, its movement, and then from there making a forecast accurate enough, which has been really become handy. You know, the cyclone hit is predicted even 48 hours before, and from the area, people can be evacuated, thus reducing the damage to the buildings or infrastructure and to the people as well. And the disaster, sometimes the floods do come. The observation from the satellite help in doing that, the assessment of the damage and intervening at the right places. More than that, how it helps agriculture and the fisheries and all those things are success stories, what ISRO has demonstrated. So the entire space technology has got a very strong element of societal application built into it. So this is a message. Actually, I believe that if the technologies, science and technology can be mastered, and Indian genes are far better than the foreign genes. And our scientists, we have seen that even when they go abroad also they excel. Here, there are enough talents left in the country which can meet the challenges of our needs. But the only thing is, we should have the willingness to look around and see what kind of issues are to be solved and where we have to focus our attention, how our knowledge and skill can be utilized to solve the problems of day-to-day life. So then we can emerge as a success story. As you know, India's strength is the youth population. The youth population, if they want to be productive, they have to be knowledgeable. It is just not sufficient they acquire the knowledge, but that knowledge has to be practiced. That is where the engineering comes into picture. And engineering really is application of the basic sciences for finding a solution to a specific problem. Here, there are abundant examples in ISRO how this has been done, whether it is in the propellant or the guidance system or the software or the computer or whichever area you take. So a similar approach if you take, we can find n number of solutions. In fact, I was really impressed in the campus what you demonstrated in terms of the rain harvesting. And then again, though we have human space flight is yet to take off, but there are thoughts about how the space environment can be used to study the problems associated with kidney and so on. And again, the transducers, the sensors which is required. I don't know how some of you, the LPC colleagues will remember, old days when hydrogen was to be handled, we have no detectors available. Only way is to hold a paper which is lit and hold in front of you. And if that puts surroundings on flame, there is a presence of hydrogen. That type of crude way we were looking at things. But today, there are fine sensors which is coming out of semiconductor material or nanomaterials, nanoparticles, and so on. And that can do wonders. In fact, the laboratories in IIST, I could see the nucleus of such things. There are so much of demand for various kinds of sensors, whether it is for the monitoring of the atmosphere, the carbon dioxide, the methane, or the aerosols, and beyond that, the human parameters, especially when you talk about the human space flight, the continuous monitoring of the physical behavior of the human beings is required. So a lot of scope for this type of sensors, which can be developed for space application. At the same time, the spin-off benefit can go to industry. There are several examples of materials which can be put to use like that. So there is a strong relation between the R&D, what we do, and what the society needs, how it can be met. The culture of that has been nucleated in ISRO. The synergy between ISRO and IIST certainly is going to help in achieving the future targets for both. That is, IIST supplementing some of the research projects for the space. At the same time, looking at on the Earth itself, how this technology and the scientific knowledge what we gain here can be utilized for improving the plight of poor people in the country. Still, we need a long way to go in solving the problems of the society, whether it is in the healthcare, drinking water, or education, and so on. So perhaps those areas also should find a parallel place. I'm happy that the Institute has come out of the captive concept of being an ISRO training ground to a full-fledged institute with R&D capability. The fact that the number of graduates, postgraduates, and doctoral candidates are roughly about 1/3 of the total strength, that shows that how importance we are giving. Research is really the backbone of any education institution. If you are good at research, you can also provide good education program. So certainly we are on the right track. IIST is really moving forward with a lot of ideas, a lot of energy. And again, I must stress, nothing is achievable by individual effort these days. Many of the problems what we are facing can be solved only with a multidisciplinary approach. The specialists from various areas has to collaborate together, work together in a cooperative manner. So then only we can find solutions and the products, new products or services can come out. So this institute now is providing the ambience for such a thing. And also I'm able to see whether it is a doctoral candidate or the graduates, all beaming bright youngsters. Certainly that itself shows the attitude of the people which has been developed within this campus, though this campus is small, compact, but at the same time beautiful. It would have been better. We had looked at a hill station near Ponmudi, a fantastic site. Probably the new chairman will give a thrust to it, maybe a joint venture between IIST and some of the industries. Institute maybe 10 times better than this can be there at Vallimala, in the Punmudi Hills. Well, I think IIST's achievements have been highlighted by the director, so I don't want to go through that. But especially the multidisciplinary group which is working here and the satellite project which was run in record time for scientific experiment is remarkable. We need a large constellation of satellites for the environmental monitoring and climate studies and also the weather monitoring and so on. So these small satellites, how it can be standardized and how it can be given to the industry for productionization and how a huge constellation can be built and how the data can be managed effectively and efficiently and it can be made available at a fingertip of the common man. The day-to-day information related to weather and severe events and things like that. So there are so many opportunities in front of you. Well, as far as space is concerned, the future targets are really challenging. The space is going to be the next frontier for human exploration. And it is almost like the situation when Columbus set sail in the 18th century. So now, we are, as far as space is concerned, we are at the just starting the sailing. Our astronauts moving into outer space, the nearby objects like Moon or Mars, will become a reality in a decade or so. India certainly cannot lag behind that. The Gaganyaan is a nucleus for that, and already work is on and hope it will be up in the air soon. But from there, to have a colony in Moon or colony in Mars is a long way to go. Much more powerful rockets are required, and much more sophisticated systems are required to sustain life in a very hostile environment of space with zero-G conditions and radiations and so on. And the technologies associated with that. Then again, the management of food, oxygen, etc. And even whether we can have the plants grown on the Mars and other places. So there are so many things have to be studied. It is not only technology, science have to hold hands together. The human engineering also become equally important from many respects. It is not only for the human space flight, we need the technologies to monitor and take corrective actions in advance and so on. But beyond that, that knowledge will go towards expanding the medical facilities or the healthcare system, what we can provide on the ground. There are a lot of spin-offs which can come out of the human space flight, which will benefit the day-to-day attention to be paid on the human being to fight against the disease or overcome a certain deficiency and so on. In fact, I remember that there was a nucleus created here, how a heart assist pump can be a spin-off from the cryogenic pump technology and how it can be done. Synergy between this institute and probably the Sri Chitra Institute can go a long way in coming out of that. Of course, the earlier days it was done. Some heart valve, etc. has been done with the polymers which is developed in VSSC. And, but unfortunately, the industry is not to the level what we expect, whether they can come and take on this production and market it. Maybe that can be overcome. It's not a very big problem. So I'm sure the challenges which is there in the space travel in terms of the space capsule, the new launch vehicles, and the new navigation system, guidance system, etc., is going to be tremendous. And that is where opportunities are there. Now, all of us talked about how the opportunity of meeting the Prime Minister and grabbing that opportunity, making a reality, this institute has taken place. Similarly, my experience, I can say that opportunities come very rarely in front of you. It is for you, your judgment, whether to take it or not. If you take the decision correctly, then you are on the right path. But sometimes, yes, mistakes do happen. But then again, you don't just stop there. You look for alternate solutions and then move forward. So that's the kind of approach the youngsters should do it. And again, certainly in the world of competition, the innovation is very, very important. Out-of-box thinking. Don't be satisfied with what you are seeing around, and don't be satisfied with the solutions and engineering which is in front of you. You can do better than that. So that belief, once it is with you, you can do wonders, not only for the country, but for the entire world. So certainly, this is a big milestone you are crossing today. And as our earlier speakers pointed out, this is only the beginning of your journey. And that journey certainly is going to be a lot of hurdles. And it is your determination, hard work, and sincere hard work which is going to really make you a success story. IIST has molded you and brought up to this level. The faculty members and every staff member in this institute have to be thanked for the support which is given to you, and they have given you the kickstart to start your career. And I'm sure you will reach much higher orbits in your career into your chosen field. Certainly IIST will hold your hands further as and when you need. And on this occasion, let me convey my heartiest congratulations to all those people who are receiving the graduation and post-graduation degrees today. And once again, my sincere compliments and congratulations to the entire IIST team and ISRO family for making this a reality. Thank you.
I request Honorable Chancellor IIST to present a memento to the Honorable Chief Guest. May I now request Director IIST, Chairman Board of Management to present mementos to the guest of honor. May I now request Director IIST, Chairman Board of Management to present memento to Chancellor IIST. May I now request Director IIST and Chairman Board of Management to present memento to the President Governing Body IIST. May I now request the Honorable Chancellor IIST to declare the convocation closed.
I declare the 10th convocation of IIST closed.
आप सभी से मैं अनुरोध करूंगी कि राष्ट्रगान के लिए खड़े हो जाएं. May I request all to please rise for the national anthem. जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. सभी से अनुरोध है कि शैक्षिक शोभा यात्रा के सभागार से बाहर निकलने तक आप सब खड़े रहें. I also request all to please keep standing till the academic procession leaves the hall. Please maintain silence. Thank you all. Please be seated. A video on IIST will be played in this hall. All are requested to remain in this hall and proceed to lunch after the video. संकाय सदस्यों, कर्मचारियों, स्नातकों, माता पिता और प्रेस के लिए मध्याह्न भोजन की व्यवस्था IIST डाइनिंग हॉल में की गई है. Lunch has been arranged in the IIST dining hall for the members of the faculty